What's up, family? Antoine here, and I'm relaxing at Santos Coffee. And I wanted to share a word with you guys, considering or coming from the idea destroy the comfortable place. Destroy the comfortable place. Listen, David has a lot going on in his story, but here David is fleeing the presence of Saul because David knows that Saul is attempting to kill him. So David finds refuge in a place called Ziklag. Now, Ziklag is interesting because Ziklag is a Philistine country. It is actually the place of the enemy. And so David finds refuge in that city, and David begins to serve the king of that place. And the Bible tells us that the king found no fault in David. He loved David from the entire time that David was in Ziklag. But it came about that they had to go to war. And Ziklag was going to war with Judah. Wait a minute, wait a minute. David is in an enemy camp finding refuge. They are about to go into war with Judah, and David is considering and willing to go to battle with them. So David suits up and David is ready to go to battle. And as David is in this place, ready to go to war, the Bible tells us that the king of Ziklag has to come to David and says, no, my commanders, my chief, my army generals do not want you to go into battle with us because they fear that if you go into battle, if you go with us, that you would turn on us and use that as an opportunity to get back into good graces with Saul. And so David is kind of upset. He's like, hey man, I've been faithful. I've been serving you. I've done nothing wrong in your sight. The king agrees with him. And yet the king says, listen, my commanders, my chiefs, they won't let you go. And so David, in frustration, goes back to Ziklag the next morning. Well, the Bible unfolds that story, and this is what's interesting to me. The Bible tells us that when David returns to Ziklag, that another enemy has ransacked the place and destroyed it and set it afire. Well, wait. David, you're in a place you're not supposed to be in. You're finding refuge there, and you're ready to go to battle against your people with this people, and then the Lord allows for that place to be destroyed. And as I think about that story, it's interesting enough to me, but as I think about it, it encourages me that we cannot find comfort in a comfortable place. You say, well, that's known, Antoine. What's so deep about that? It's simple, it's true, but sometimes we will be in a place that has caused us to be lulled to sleep. And we'll sit there, we'll stay there, we'll get relaxed, and we'll have all of our desires seemingly met in that place that we don't even remember that we are anointed and assigned to another task. David is supposed to be the king of Israel, but yet he is in a foreign country, a foreign land, laying around and finding refuge with the enemy. And my encouragement to you today is don't find rest in the wrong place. Don't get comfortable where you're not supposed to be. God has called you to more. God has assigned you to more. So lift up your heads. Be encouraged. Be motivated. Be strengthened. And pursue everything that God has for you. There's more to that story, but what I want you to know right now is destroy the comfortable place. And my prayer is that you'll find refuge and strength where the Lord desires you to be. Until next time, go in peace, family. I love you.